There's a moment in life when you realize something too late. Not because no one warned you, but because you thought you had more time. His name was Daniel. Not famous, not rich, just an ordinary man living an ordinary life. Daniel believed in one simple idea. I'll do it later. Later, he would call his parents. Later, he would take that trip. Later, he would rest. Later, he would start living. Every morning, Daniel woke up early, rushed to work, checked his phone, and told himself he was being responsible. He worked hard. He stayed late. He chased deadlines like they were running away from him. People praised him for being focused, for being serious, for being driven. But deep inside, Daniel felt tired. Not the kind of tired sleep can fix. The kind that slowly drains joy from small moments. On weekends, his mother would call. "Come home when you get time," she said softly. Daniel always answered the same way. "Soon, Mom. Just busy right now." Soon felt safe. Soon felt unlimited. One evening, Daniel sat alone in his apartment, staring at his laptop. The screen was bright, but his mind was dull. He noticed the date in the corner. Another year had passed. He tried to remember the last time he laughed without checking the clock. He couldn't. His phone buzzed. A message from an old friend. "Remember when we said we'd travel together before we got old?" Daniel smiled. Then the smile faded. He typed, "Yeah, one day," but something felt heavy this time. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. Daniel's routine stayed the same, but his heart didn't. He felt like he was always running, but never arriving. Then one morning, the phone rang earlier than usual. It was his sister. Her voice was quiet, too quiet. "Daniel, Dad collapsed. He's in the hospital." Time froze. All the meetings, all the emails, all the things he thought were urgent suddenly felt meaningless. Daniel drove fast, hands shaking on the wheel. For the first time, he wasn't thinking about later. The hospital room smelled clean and cold. Machines beeped softly. His father lay still, eyes closed. Daniel stood there, unsure what to do with his hands, with his words. He realized something painful. He didn't know when he last sat and talked with his father without rushing. His father opened his eyes slowly, saw Daniel, and smiled. That smile broke him, not because it was weak, but because it was warm. They didn't talk much, just a few words. His father whispered, "Don't wait too long for life." Those words hit harder than any shout, because Daniel knew the truth. Time hadn't been waiting for him. Time never does. Later that night, sitting alone in the hospital hallway, Daniel looked at his hands. These hands had built a career, but had missed moments. He understood something then. Time isn't free. It charges you quietly, with missed dinners, with unanswered calls, with one day that never comes. Daniel didn't quit his job the next day. He didn't change his life overnight, but he changed something more important. He stopped delaying what mattered. He called more. He visited without a reason. He rested without guilt. He learned to leave work on time sometimes, to watch sunsets, to listen fully, not because life became longer, but because it became real. And here's the lesson for you. Time is not your enemy, but it is not your friend either. It doesn't shout. It doesn't warn. It just passes. If you keep saying later, one day, later will become never. So call that person. Take that break. Say what you feel. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Because time always has a price. And the most expensive thing you can pay is regret.